So we're going to take it nice and softly to start with today. I hope everyone's feeling up for a little bit of movement, a little bit of kind of warming in their bodies. Make sure you have a drink near you or next to you, because I will this week be, offering a little break, a little pause, and then we can get ready to go again when we feel a little bit rested. I'm going to make sure we do a different kind of circuit this week so we can keep mixing it up. And that will help us think about our movement a little bit more. So anything that feels a little bit odd, a little bit uncomfortable, as always, just give me a little wave, a little sign that you don't really know what you're doing, and I can talk you through it a little bit more if you need it. Okay, but I'm sure everything will be okay. I'm sure you'll be able to follow things nice and easy. There's not lots of simple and soft exercises today. So first we're going to start with a nice warm up. So just checking in with our breath, checking in with how our bodies feel today, how we feel in our mood, and making sure we're quite happy and aware of that. So we'll start sitting up nice and tall if you can in our chairs. Our first circuit is going to be sat down. So we can all do that, we can all get involved in that sat down. Then I'm going to offer some standing positions after, okay? So our warm up today, let's give the shoulders a little roll to start with. And as you're rolling your shoulders, you're lifting your shoulders up and down, just try and slow your breathing down so that you can kind of hear your breath flow in and out through the body. Good, nice. A few more little circles there, warming up those shoulders. Maybe they've been still all morning, still all day, and now you're ready to get them moving. Good, and then we're going to press our shoulders away from our ears, drop our chin to our chest. And very softly, we're going to circle our heads really gently, warming up the neck. So just a little circle in your head. If you can take that really slowly and really gently, that would be really safe for you. So one way and the other way. Again, trying to slow your breath down. Into the nose. Out through the mouth. Good. Let's go for one more circle. Really nice, warming up the neck. Warming up the head, and then when you're ready to, let's bring that neck and head in line. So we're sat up tall again, and we're going to move down the body, so warming up our arms. Extending your left arm, think about that, all the way to the ceiling, and just taking a nice stretch upwards. So you're stretching all the way from your hip to your fingertips. Give your fingertips a little wiggle. Good. And then we're going to extend our left arm forward. And then we're going to clench our fists and circle our wrist. So give your wrist a nice circle. And you see that's really slow on my wrist. My wrist is a little bit stiff today. Good. And then one more reach up with that arm, all the way up. And then let's gently release that hand back to the thigh. Right arm, think about it. Lift the right arm up. Yes, good. Stretch, stretch, stretch from hip to fingers. Maybe give those fingers a little wiggle in the air, nice. And then extend that arm forward, exactly the same. Make a fist, and then circle that wrist, nice and softly. One way, the other way, you can really watch your body move here. Good. And then finally, we're gonna lift both arms up. Big lift, and we're gonna exhale and drop our hands to our legs. Let's do that again, that feels nice. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Good. From here, we're going to take hold of our hips now. And we're going to start to just circle our upper body, so circle our waist a little bit. Good, you might not be able to circle all the way around. You might be just going from one way to the other way. And it's a bit more of a sway for you. That's fine, as long as we're trying to warm up our bellies, warm up our waistline. Good. And get those hips moving as well. Let's go for a few more circles, not making this too hard work. Still just trying to warm up. Still listening to your breathing. And then when you're ready to, let's come back to the middle. Nice straight line in the spine. Keep those hands on your hips. And we're going to try and lift our left leg without holding on to it, and we're going to circle our ankle now. So let's circle that ankle, maybe we get a few clicks out. Maybe the ankle clicks a little bit. Good, and if you've got a bit of a bigger chair, you can also rest that leg on the chair. You don't actually have to lift it if that's too much. Good. Once you've taken some movement in the ankle, I want you to bring your foot still and now wiggle your toes. See if you can do that. If you've got shoes on, just try and wiggle your toes in your shoe. Sometimes wiggling our toes is actually a bit of a challenge. Good. And then let's release that leg, switch sides, extend through the right leg. And again, just some circles through the ankle first, one way, and the other way. Nice and warm in that ankle. Honour whatever your ankle's done for you today. And then let's come to the middle, give your toes a wiggle. Can't always wiggle all your toes. Just give it a go. I have to think about that a bit harder than you actually think. Good, once you've had a bit of movement in those toes, don't expect too much. Let's release that leg down. Now for a nice stretch, we're going to take hold of our left knee. So hold on to that knee. Good. And then we're going to just tuck our chin in towards our chest and our forehead towards that knee. Doesn't have to touch, just towards that knee. So you're kind of curling over a little bit. This will give your back a stretch. Good. And then let's swap sides. So release that leg, take hold of your other knee, chin towards your chest, forehead towards the other knee. Squeeze. Well done. And then when you're ready to, let's relax that foot all the way down. Good, nice. Inhale, lift the arms up, last big stretch. And exhale, arms out to the side. Good, with the arms out to the side, let's look over the left arm. Back to centre, look over the right arm. Back to centre, lift the arms up. And take a side bend. So imagine you're holding on to something important. And you're going to side bend over. Sometimes holding on to a big beach ball. Good, and then back to the middle, let's side bend over the other way. Good. And then back to the middle, palms together if you haven't already. And then bring those hands through to heart center. We're going to interlock our fingertips. We're going to push our hands away and look down. So I'm going to do side on now so you can see my back move. You can squeeze your belly in. And then let's gently bring our hands towards our heart space and sit up really tall again. So watch first if you need to. Push our hands away. Try and arch our backs a little bit, look down. And then squeeze those hands in. Sitting up to one more. Pushing the hands away. And then squeezing the hands in. Perfect. Good. From here, take hold of your chair. So the bottom of your chair, maybe your armrests, wherever you can. And you're just going to hold on and just pull your chest up a little bit. So sit up really, really tall and push your chest forward a little bit. That will just give your spine a really nice full stretch. Good. And then keeping an eye on that length. Can we take your right hand to your left thigh and just look over that left side. So you're taking a little twist. And as always, if you need to, just kind of work out what I'm doing. Just watch first and then do it if you need to. Good. Let's return that hand back to the chair and switch sides. Hand to thigh, look over the shoulder. And this just lets your lower back stretch a bit, especially if you haven't done lots of movement just yet, which we have. Good. And then let's come back to the middle. Nice. Hold on to that chair one more time. Sit up tall. Squeeze the chest big. Inhale together. Exhale through your mouth. Good. And then in classic mad style, give everything a little shake. So maybe you give the feet a little shake, the hands a little shake, maybe the face muscles, just so you feel really, really warm. Good. Nice. After that shake, we're going to start with our circuit. So when you feel ready to, we're going to keep our hands on our thighs to start with. As I said before, the first round is going to be sat down. So please just stay seated so you can learn the exercise. And then we'll get up all together and do them stood up if we want to. So sat down, we're going to extend the legs one and then the other. So alternate leg extensions. So I want you to slowly come into this exercise, seeing how much you can extend the leg and lift the leg off the floor. So when you're ready to, start lifting, releasing, lifting and releasing. And I don't want you to do this kind of like kicking the legs away. Try and be really mindful about kicking and extending nice and slowly. Yes, well done. So you're really making your thigh muscles work, that whole upper leg muscle group. Good, I want you to keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Now, arms are going to come down the side. Next exercise, we're going to check in with alternate sides. So right arm is going to lift, keeping the arm nice and straight, and release. We're not going to let the arm drop. We're going to let the arm come in and lift. So the arm doesn't touch anything, it just makes its way through air. Good. I want you to get a little bit quicker with these. So I want you to lift quickly and release slowly. Good. So it's a quick lift and a slow release. Good, let's keep it going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch sides. So have a practice with this arm now. Try not to let the arm just drop unmindfully. Really mindful about extending and releasing, extending and releasing. Good, let's start counting. 10, 9, quick lift, slow release. 7, 6, well done everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, release that arm. Hands on the hips now. So this is to encourage us to stay really tall in our upper body while we work on our lower body. So for this exercise, the heels are going to lift. We did this last week. I'm just going to keep those heel lifts going. So without too much time on the floor, the heels are going to kind of pick up off the floor quite quickly. So the lower legs, they get fired up quite quickly. While you're taking these heel lifts, I want you to squeeze the belly in and just concentrate on your posture here. So lift those heels, sitting up nice and tall. Well done. Nice calm, nice hurry. Let's keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7. Well done if you're going faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Good. And release those heels. Okay. Next one, arms are going to come out like this. You can watch first if you need to. We're going to drop our right elbow and squeeze our left knee in so they touch. And then we're going to open. Our left elbow to our right knee and open. So we alternate that squeeze. Elbow to knee and open. Elbow to knee and open. Well done. So this exercise takes a little bit more thinking. You've got to really kind of think about what you're doing. Think about those diagonal stretches. Well done. You've got this really good. So open, squeeze. Good, I'll start counting. 10, because you've nailed that. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the feet. Extend the arms now. Next exercise, second from last one. It's going to look like this. There's going to be some punches forward, okay? Now I want you to take this at your own pace. If you feel like you've got a little bit of oomph, you've got a bit of energy today, then punch a little bit harder out in front of you. If you feel a little bit softer in those joints, then keep it nice and steady, nice and slow. Now I want you to play around with this one. I want you to punch up high, punch out in front, punch to the side, punch to the other side. So really just start to feel a bit of space in front of you and punch out towards it. Good, nice. See what energy you've got here. Maybe the arms will start to tell you to slow it down, to soften it up. Maybe your body will give you a little bit more. Good, let's go for a few more punches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, well done. 4, 3, 2, keep those arms going, and 1, well done. Release those arms. Hands are on the thighs. Last exercise in the circuit, toe taps. So we're going to stay off the heels. We're going to move one leg to the side, other leg to the side. If you've got open hips, you'll be able to come all the way off to the side of the chair. And it depends on what chair you're sat on. If you can't reach the other side of the chair, I just want you to come away from that midline. This being your midline, so the middle of your body, I want you to step away from it with one foot, then the other foot. Good, and I want you to try and stay with those heels. So can you see, it's just my toes that are tapping. Okay, it's not my whole foot that's stamping down, just my toes. Good, so let's get moving. So get a little bit more fluid, and the further away you tap that foot, the more your upper body will move. Can you see, I'm really kind of turning with this movement, so see if you can as well. Really try and work up a little bit of movement in that abdomen. Amazing, well done, let's go. 10, 9, keep breathing, 8, slowly, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, well done, 2, and 1. Perfect, well done. Good, shake it all out. We're going to do that circuit one more time, and then we're going to have a little break, okay? So you should be a pro at this circuit now. Nothing kind of too difficult, and you've nailed every exercise so far, so really good. Let's slow our breath down, and then start again. Hands are going to stay on the hips, because we mean business for this circuit. We're going to start with those leg extensions. Now, as you come to these for the second time, maybe you can lift that leg up a little bit higher. Maybe you can go a little bit faster. Good. Maybe it just feels a little bit more comfortable on this round. Let's keep it going. So keep that energy. Try and keep your spine nice and long. Let's go for 10. Well done. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, well done. Release those feet, drop those arms. Who can remember the next one? Is abductor arms. Instead of doing one at a time, we're going to lift both up now and release, so that we're flying. And again, I don't want you to drop the arms unmindfully. Try and really squeeze them in and then send them away before they touch your body. Good, remember it's a quick lift up and a slow release down. Good, try and get those arms up a little bit higher. A little bit higher, guys, well done. Good, really let those muscles in your back take over as well here. Good, keep it going. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm hot now. Hands on the hips. Let's go for those heel lifts. So you can remember, lifting those heels off the floor. This time you've got the option to lift, 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 pause. Lift, 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 pause. So you're just taking a little break. So it means that the lift's a little bit more efficient. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Picking those heels up. Well done. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Return those heels to the floor. Extend the arms out to the side, L shapes. Let's remember where we're going. Elbow to knee, squeeze and switch. Remember to open the chest in between that squeeze. So watch what I'm doing. You're squeezing elbow to knee and then opening. Good, and this can be nice and slow. As long as you're really taking the full movement and you're taking it nice and slowly. Good. Let's keep it going. Let's keep our breath nice and slow. Let's keep our bodies moving. The more we move our bodies, the more they're going to want to do for us. Okay, so keep that positive mindset throughout. Good. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. arms extend. Second from last one, who can remember it? We're getting our punches out. Extend forward, nice bend in the elbow. Remember, it's up to you. You can take it up here. You can take it down there. You can take it to the side. Just want to see those arms really moving. Really find a bit of energy here. Find a bit of strength. Really well done. We're going to have a break in a minute, so really get that last bit of energy, last bit of warmth in the body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release those poor little tired arms. Last one before our break. Hands on the hips. Let's take those side taps. Moving one foot away from the midline, and then the other foot, keeping your heels off the floor. So remember, it's just the toes tapping on the floor, from one side to the other side. Good. And let's try and keep that rhythm so the upper body can turn a little bit with this. You see how I'm turning each side. Good. Bring some energy, guys. You're doing really well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Really good one for your hips there. Give everything a little shake and have a little drink if you've got one next to you. And if you're getting up from being sat down, make sure you take it steady because you might be a bit more tired than you think. So after having a little drink and a few breaths, just let yourself settle for a moment before we move on. Good. And I really do hope that you're feeling nice and warm because I definitely am. So give your muscles a little tap, a little rub. Your self-massage is actually really beneficial in between your exercises. So just to make sure everything stays warm, nothing goes to sleep. Good. And then when you're ready to, it looks like you've all had a drink. So we're going to start with our next circuit. And again, we'll take it slowly to start with and then add a few extra bits of energy if you feel up for it. Okay? Now this circuit's going to follow a bit of a different routine, but you'll learn it very, very quickly. It's not complicated, so you'll learn, and I obviously will talk you through it the whole way. So for the first one, we're going to have 2 exercises and we're going to repeat them after each other. First exercise is all you need to worry about. Hold onto your hip with your right hand to right hip. Your left arm, watch first if you need to, is just going to reach over, okay? Now, as well as your arm doing quite a lot here, is your side body and your abdomen that's getting the exercise. So I want you to really try and reach over. So join in when you're ready. Right hand on the right hip. Your left arm is really trying to reach over. Good. Like a big wave, but your whole body is doing the movement, not just your arm. Good. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's replace that left hand to our left hip now. Now the exercise we're going to do in between is high knees. So before we move to the other side, can we pick our knees into our chest? So can you see I'm staying off my heels entirely? It is actually just my toes tapping on the floor. For some high knees. Yes, well done, Tom. Keep it moving. Keep it a little bit quicker if we can. Challenge those legs to get a little bit quicker. Perfect. Keep it going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, let's go for the other side now. So left hand stays on the left hip, right arm reaches over, and we're doing those same reaches, but with the other side now. Remember, I want you to try and move your whole upper body. It's not just your arm doing the movement. Good, we got that really, really quickly. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands on the hips. Get those high knees moving. You always go back to that same exercise on this one. Good. Well done. Let's keep it going. I'm not going to count on this, I'm just going to do it for time. So keep those legs moving, guys. Well done. Keep your spine nice and long, breath nice and slow. 3, 2, and 1. Relax the feet. Well done. Next one is going to be to do with arms and legs again. We're going to place our hands on our thighs, palms facing up. We're going to work the right side first. So can you see I'm just bending my elbow and imagine I'm just tapping my shoulder. If we can get our hand to our shoulder. So just one arm to start with. Yes, just one arm, lift it up. Good, and then finding a little bit more rhythm, so finding a little bit more space to really extend that arm towards the shoulder. Well done. Good, keep it going. This is our bicep curl. And in a moment, we're going to link it with another exercise when we feel ready to. Good. Okay, let's switch sides. Hand facing up, switch arms. So other arm is moving now. Get those biceps moving, guys. Challenge those arms a little bit. Well done. Really good. Try and sit up nice and tall, so still feeling really strong. Really proud of movement. Good. Few more here. Well done. And then from here, when you're ready to, and the arm feels pretty satisfied, let's extend our legs. Heels are going to press down, toes are going to face up. So you don't have to straighten your legs here. Look, I've got a little bend in mine just to keep me a little bit more sturdy. So I want you to do the same. And what we're going to do is we're going to imagine what a rower. So we're going to bring our arms down, squeeze our arms up with our elbows in, and then bring our arms down. Watch if you need to. So down towards our feet and lifting up. Down and lifting up with both arms. Good. And try and bring your hands together. So can you see I'm imagining pulling something back. Pulling that cord back on a rowing machine. Imagine you're on a rowing machine. It's a bit of a nicer one there, isn't it? Good, let's squeeze. Keep those arms extended. Keep squeezing, well done. We're going to need nice strong breaths here, so let's do some breaths together. Maybe a big exhale through your mouth. A big sigh through your mouth. Keep it going. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come to seated. Back to biceps. Together now. Tapping the shoulders. Good. And we're back here. Keep moving those biceps. Tapping the shoulders if you've got the space, and the arms. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Perfect. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Nice. From here, we're going to move on to our final exercise of this circuit, or final 2 exercises before we repeat. So I want you to press the right foot into the floor, and I want you to lift your left leg off the floor. Okay? Now we're going to try it nice. We're going to try and keep our legs straight. I'm going to try and lift it, but don't bend your knee. Okay? Now that is the challenge with this one. Just little lifts. And this one gets quite tiring quite quickly. So try and stay with your breathing. Stay with that little bit of the positivity in your head that you can keep lifting that leg for as long as you need to. You can. Good. Get those muscles really, really working for yourself. Keep it going. Nice. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Return that leg to the floor. That leg might feel a little bit tired. The exercise in between is going to be in the shoulders, hands on the hips. Shoulders to ears, shrug, and release. Shoulders to ears, and release. Now keep it going. Shoulders lift, and release. You don't have to take this as quick as me. You can keep it slow if you want to. So lift and a release, okay? Sometimes it's hard to make our shoulders work, because sometimes they get a little bit lazy, they get a little bit tired quickly. So just practice doing a few little shoulder lifts. Up, down, good, well done. Let's go for a few more. And then when you're ready to, let's bring those shoulders away from the ears. Extend your right leg now. Good, left leg presses into the floor. And we want some of those little pulses on this side. Well done, you've got it, Tom. Good, so little lifts. I can't see how you're doing now, Lily, so I hope you're doing okay. Just finding a little bit of extension, a little bit of bounce in that leg. Nice, again, the breathing's nice and slow, nice and steady. Good, let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release that foot now. Give everything a little shimmy, a little shake. And now the second round, we are going to stand up. So if you're happy to, come to standing. And we're going to use the chair as much as we can. Lily, if you're going to sit down, I don't know what you're up to, because I can't see you, but I will offer a sat down option as well if you need it, okay? So there'll be 2 options here, and you choose which one feels better for you. Okay, now we're going to go back to our first exercise, but we're stood up, so we've got a little bit more space in our bodies. We're going to take our left hand, to our left hip. We're going to extend our right arm all the way over, and then we're going to tap our leg. Okay, so watch, reach, and back. Okay, so it's a big circle. We're asking a lot in that shoulder. Well done. Let's go for 10 of these. So 9, 8, remember you can do this sat down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hands on the hips. In between the exercise, we're going to do high knees. So let's alternate the knees and lift knee towards the chest. Remember, you can do that sat down as we did before, or now we can stand up. Feel nice and tall, nice and strong in the legs. Good. Really, really strong, guys. Keep it going. Knees in. Keep that balance. Really good balance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet to the floor, right hand on the hip. Extend the left arm over for a big reach and tap the leg. So we're going the other way now. With those big reaches, we're really making our shoulders work here, and we might be finding out that our shoulders are a little bit tight. So if that's you, if you're finding out your shoulder feels a little bit funny here, slow it down. 10, 9, 8, keep it going. 7, nice and strong. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last set of high knees. Let's start lifting those knees in towards the chest. Nice and strong. Imagine you're marching here. Maybe holding onto the hips helps, just for you to balance, or maybe just bringing the hands in. Good. Let's keep it going. Get those knees lifting. We're marching. We're nice and tall. You might be sat down, in which case you won't be marching. Just be squeezing those knees in. Good. Let's keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Second exercise. Let's keep it rolling. So our bicep curls, remember, we did one arm then the other. This time we're going to alternate, but in the same round. So left, right. Again, watch if you need to. Let's get those arms moving. Come on. Well done. Finding those biceps, those strong arms to give you a little bit more energy. Good. Again, if you're sat down, you're doing exactly the same. Good. I'll do a little bit of both, so no one feels left out. Good. Keep squeezing those muscles. Keep working those muscles. 10, 9, 8, 7, keep it going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hands together. For those rowers, if you're standing up, we're going to bend our knees, reach down, reach back up, reach down, reach back up. Okay, so we're just reaching and lifting. If you're sat down, remember, you can reach down and really pull back up. So you decide. Good, nice Tom. Keep it lifted in the chest when you come up to standing. Lower slowly, lift slowly. Good, let's go. 10, 9, soft knees, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last set here, last exercise here. You're sat down or you're stood up. If you're stood up, we're going to do our abductors, okay? So maybe holding the hands together, holding onto the hips, maybe holding onto the back of your chair. And we're going to extend the outside leg just as far as you want to. So as far as you can, and as far as you can with feeling comfortable. So you're going to extend the leg nice and straight, and then place the foot down. And we're going to keep that pattern going. Good, and we're going to do this for reps, so I'm going to count these reps with you. Let's go for 10, 9, keep going. Remember, you could be sat down, doing them here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, let's switch sides. Remember, sat down, stood up, whatever feels good. Hand on the hip maybe, if that feels comfortable. So moving to the other side. Well done, nice Tom. Get comfortable with this first. And then when you're happy to, let's go. Extending that leg. Good, finding the balance, really nice balance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, release the foot, maybe give the feet a little bit of a walk out. Finishing with our shrugs now. So finishing our final circuit. So I want you to stand up as tall as you can. We're going to have a little drink break in a minute, don't worry. Shoulders away from the ears, we're going to squeeze shoulders up and release shoulders down. So it's our shrugs again. Remember, we're repeating the exercises. We shrug and release. So take a few of these shrugs just to let the shoulders release a little bit. Looks like Tom might have already gone for drinks break. Can't see him on the screen at the moment. There he is. Good, little shoulder shrug. All we're doing, perfect. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, give everything a little wiggle and get yourself a drink and a little rest. So having a few sips of water if you need to, a little break if you need to. Otherwise, we will continue with our final circuit, okay? So we're going to take these nice and slowly. Our final circuit is going to be standing, providing you all feel comfortable with that. As I said earlier, I can't see whether you're standing or seated, so I will offer you some seated ones just in case standing isn't comfortable for you, okay? So I'm going to explain the exercise first, and then you're going to do it, okay? So don't try and copy me straight away. Copy when we do it all together. Our first exercise, standing up, is going to be our little squat. So I'm going to do it side on so you can see what I'm up to. We're going to bend our knees, squat down, and then straighten the legs. The whole time we take a squat, we want to be looking forward and keeping our neck and head up really tall. Our spine really straight. Okay, so we're squatting down. Imagine you're going to sit down and you lift up. So if you're standing, give a few of those a go. Nice and slowly. If you're sat down, you won't be able to do that. We're going to walk away and step back in. Okay, so if you're sat down, you're doing some walks like this. If you're standing, you're doing some squats. Well done, Tom. Nice and slowly. Good, and control the way you lift back up. And you slow it down with the breath. You slow it down with the body. Good, this is a little bit more intense on our joints. And that's why we do want to take it a little bit slower. Okay, if you're doing those walks, if you're sat down, Lily, walk a little bit faster. Imagine you're running in that seat. Good, let's keep it going. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, let's go for 10 more seconds. Good, I'm going to watch the clock. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and rest. Let's gently come to some lunges now. So these ones again, I'm going to do side on. We're going to step forward with our left foot as much as you can. We're going to bend both knees. We're going to step up with our right foot. We're going to step back with our left foot. We're going to bend both knees. And then we're going to step forward with that foot. So if you're going to come into standing, we'll do it together in a moment. If you're going to do this one sat down, then we're going to have to place our feet out in front. We're going to squeeze both knees in and then extend both legs away. So we're using a bit more of our core. So if you're sat down, you're extending, squeezing, extending, squeezing. Okay, so keep that up if you're seated. If you're going to join me in standing, let's go together. Right foot forward, bend both knees, extend, and then step up with your left foot. Right foot back, bend both knees, extend, right foot forward. Left foot back, bend, extend, and lift. Right foot back. So once we're here, we just alternate the legs we step back on. So step back, take a bend, step up. Step back, take a bend, step up. Amazing, good. We're doing the high lunges now, which are sometimes quite hard to crack, making sure we're slowing it down, keeping it really, really soft. Good, and it's all about balance here. If you're still doing those seated extensions, well done. Let's go for 10 more seconds again. I watch a clock. I've got to face this way so I can see the clock. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Give those legs a little shake out. Final one, our final exercise for this circuit. We might be down here, we might be up here. Either way, we're going to bring our legs nice and wide, bring our arms nice and wide. Everyone making a star shape. And again, you might be sat down doing this shape. Okay. We're going to take a bend in our elbows. Good. And we're going to extend our arms, take a little squat. Good. Bend our elbows, straighten our legs. Okay, so watch, coming down and lifting. Good. So it's like a kind of soft star jump with no impact on the joints. Instead, just making those thighs really warm up. Okay, now you're probably thinking, how do I do this sat down? If you're sat down, you do about basically the same, but we're going to lean, bend, lean, bend. Good. So whether you're sat down or you're standing up, let's keep that movement going. This is a full body movement, so it is going to tire us out a little bit. Good, well done. Stay with the breath. Let's go for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Well done. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. From here, let's drop those tired arms. Walk the feet in and come back to our seat. So we've got a few more exercises to do sat down, and then we're going to stretch. So come down to your chair now. Well done for doing all of those ones stood up, Tom. They were really, got quite warm. Okay, so from here, I want you to be honest with yourself, and instead of using the back of your chair, I want you to sit up without the back of your chair. So you're sat up nice and tall. Okay, from here, we're going to keep our hands on our thighs, and you're going to slide your hands down the legs, reach to maybe the ankles or the knees, and then come back up. Just like a seated sit up. So we're really using strength in our back. Well done. Exactly like that, Tom. Well done. So extending and lifting. And you can keep your hands on the legs. That will start to create a bit of warmth in the legs as well. Okay? And that's really good for those muscles to start recovering. Start taking a little bit of temperature, taking a little bit of heat. Good. Keep it going. So as well as taking that warmth in the legs, we're using the lower back here, as you can probably feel. and you're using your abdomen, your belly muscles. So let's keep it going. Sliding the hands down, building up that little bit of heat now. Maybe it comes a little bit faster. Maybe there's no need to bring it any faster. Maybe this is enough for you. Good. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. On that last one, extend the arms up. Take a big circle and end up with the arms at your side. Good. Left arm lifts to sky and back down. Right arm lifts to sky and back down. Both together. Lift and then a bend in the elbow. So we're working our back muscles. Let's do it together. Lift and bend. Lift and bend. Good. These ones are good. Let's keep that movement. Keep that positive strength in the shoulders. You can lift just a little bit higher. Take that stretch. Really turn it into a nice stretch. Good. So these last exercises are trying to focus on a little bit more of a stretch than a strength. We're trying to really build a bit of length in those muscles. A bit of strength in those joints. Good, especially shoulders. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, forearms together. The hands a little rub. Bit of warmth in the palms. And then finishing with the final exercise, which is again working on that coordination. You're going to bring your feet a little bit further apart. Good. So they're no longer closed. Feet are a little bit more open. We're going to take our right hand to tap our left ankle. So come down with me. And then we're going to sit up. So tall, hands on the thighs. Left to right and tall. And you can watch and you can see what I'm doing first. And then you can start to try it out yourself and see how that feels. So this is a really good exercise to finish on because it gives us that little bit of movement in the belly and movement in your lower back, which sometimes is the area that wants to tighten up a little bit more than usual. So let's just get moving here for just a moment, checking in with that coordination left to right, checking in with your slow down breath. Maybe your body feels quite warm now. Good. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. That leads us on nicely to our big stretches now. So when you're ready to take your left hand down towards the floor, maybe you can reach the floor, maybe you just reach towards it. Your right arm is going to lift up. So you're just giving your chest a really big stretch. I want you to hold that. Slow down the breath. Should feel a little stretch in your lower back. And then switch sides, right hand to the floor, left arm lifts up. And these stretches should challenge you a little bit as well. You want that challenge just to hold for a little bit longer. Hold on to that stretch, well done. Good. And then when you're ready to, let's lift both arms up. We're keeping the abdomen really, really turned on. Extend the arms forward and out. 2 more, lift up, forward, and out. Last one, lift up, forward, and out. Good. Let's look over your left arm. Give your neck a little stretch. Good. Looking over your right arm. Again, just giving that neck a little bit of a stretch, a bit of length. And then back to center. Let's turn through our wrists now. And as we do that, can we bring our arms forward? So we're doing 2 things at once. We're moving the wrists and we're bringing the arms out in front of us. Good. Give the fingers a little wiggle as well. Nice. And look at your movement. Watch your movement. Good. Well done. And then when you're ready to, drop our hands to our thighs. Lift our right leg up in the air. Give your ankle some movement. I would make you do this with both legs, but that will test our core muscles a little bit too much right now. One way and the other way. Again, just as we started, give the toes a little wiggle. Again, it's hard to wiggle your toes without wiggling everything else. And then switch sides. Lift the leg, give the ankle some movement first. Really nice. And then again, just a little wiggle of the toes, nothing too major, just a little bit of movement in the big toe maybe. Good. And then release the foot, taking hands to the thighs, not the hips. Good. And then taking a little circle once again, giving that waist a little bit of warmth. A circle one way together. And then change direction, circle the other way. Good. And see here, where feels good, where feels strong. Where do you feel like you really worked today? Hopefully you'll learn that. Thanks. So after that final circle, can we come to sit up really tall for the last time I'm going to ask you to sit up tall, don't worry. We've got those feet in, so we've got a little bit more grounding, so the feet can maybe even touch. Just make sure the feet are more like hip distance apart. We're going to draw our arms up and then send our legs away, just to take a really big stretch with no effort to leaning back. So really strengthening the spine here. Let's stay with 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, you can hold your hands if you want to. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale, keep your arms up but lower your legs. Take a side bend one way. Good. Back to center, take it the other one. Back to center, let's take our 3 breaths to finish. Palms together. Inhale here. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good, a big circle around the body. Inhale, big lift. And then hands through heart center, lower. Last one, big lift, all the way up. Good, and as you bring your hands down now, can you interlock your fingertips, so you join your hands. So hold on to your own hands, yeah. And then we're going to see if we can snake the arms. One way, and then the other way. Look at those wrists, take a little stretch. And then try and squeeze your palms together. Good, lift your arms up so I can see your palms. Yes, well done. And then final move, push your palms away. Good, palms face away from you. Yes. And then hands squeeze to your chest. Last time, push those palms away. Real nice stretch in your shoulders here, real nice stretch in your back. And then hands squeeze to your chest. Well done, good. Drop your hands to your thighs, sit back on that chair now so you can relax. Drop your head chin towards your chest. Good. And then just taking that last bit of a stretch to the back of the neck, I want you to slow the breath down, maybe take a few focused breaths for yourself. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth with a big sigh. 2 more in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Let it go. Good, and then bring the head up nice and softly. When you're ready to, give yourself a pat down, a pat on the back. Well done, everyone.